My name is Aliena of Shiring. I'm the daughter of the Earl Bartholomew of Shiring. At least, I used to be, before my father was arrested for conspiring against the king. And a man I had once refused to marry took control of everything my family had ever owned, including ourselves.
Where's the girl?
She is where you put her, you fiend. Once the king finds out...
Here's the key. Now go get her, I'm starving.
Milady, are you awake? William
Why am I
Henry is
fooling
back.
myself?
He wants to see you.
There is nothing left.
May I enter? Please, you mustn't make him wait.
You may come in, Matthew.
What's taking so long?
Dear God! Did he hit you?
Well, I suppose he's getting more daring now that his father is about to see the king.
This is taking too long. Go get them.
Right. Milady, I must ask you, do not provoke him. Not yet. Not until you're properly armed.
Did you get the weapons?
Yes, I hid them up on the wall. Near the gate. Look for a red piece of cloth.
Get down here, and no talking. And don't cause any trouble. I just cleaned my sword.
Finally. Just because I allowed you to sleep in my room doesn't mean you can make yourself cozy in there. Ugh, what's with your face? Your arrogance makes you ugly. Did you know that?
I didn't sleep well.
Were you lonely?
We've all been sleeping poorly the last few weeks. Your father will be the new Earl soon. This castle will be yours. There's no need to keep the lady and
Matthew.
her brother hostage.
It's all right. I can speak for myself.
Oi, Walter. Looks like the princess needs a servant to do her talking. Can't imagine why I ever wanted to marry that ugly boar. A real lady. That's what I deserve. Maybe even Empress Maud. Yes, I'll marry the Empress. But I will keep on fucking her.
Your words cannot hurt me.
Shut up!
I won't.
You have no say around here anymore.
I am still the daughter of your Earl.
You're a common whore, that's what you are.
Oh, how you must enjoy your revenge.
You're just getting what you deserve.
All this just because I wouldn't marry you?
Shut up. Shut up!
You are a sad man who knows nothing but cruelty. God shall punish you for this.
I am the cruel one. You renounced our wedding and made me the laughing stock of the entire Shire.
Stop, both of you. Go outside, girl. Walk it off.
All right, I shall do so gladly.
Anything you need, William?
Tell the bitch to get me something to eat. I'm starving.
You heard him. Go, now!
I always told you your stubbornness would be your end.
Nothing. Maybe Matthew meant the other gate.
Ali? What are you doing here?
Shut up. And you, get the food.
Richard,
Did they let you go? Have you sided with them?
don't be ridiculous. I will never succumb to these beasts.
Beasts? That's a bit rude.
Have you seen my red scarf?
Is that all you worry about?
I think Matthew had it last. He said he lost it somewhere.
Then ask him. I'm busy trying to come up with a plan.
How are you managing?
I'd be managing a lot better if you gave me a sword.
Did he say something funny?
That boy with a sword. Look at his back. He can barely lift his own head. Teach a chicken to fight, might as well just step on it.
It won't be long. I will get us out.
Getting us out won't be enough. We need to reclaim the castle.
You can't be that stupid.
They have to pay, Ali. Even King Stephen.
King Stephen may not be aware of this. He needs to know the truth about these people.
Trust me, Ali. I have a plan.
Don't.
You can whisper and plot as much as you like. As long as my men are guarding the gate, you'll never get out alive.
Don't do anything stupid.
I won't.
You really haven't seen my scarf?
Ali, drop the nonsense. This is serious.
I'll be back soon. Don't lose hope.
Yeah.
Don't act as if you've never had a heart. I see how kindly you treat his horse.
You want me to let you go?
Yes.
Of course. It would be the proper thing to do. There is no humane reason for keeping us locked up.
Can't.
Why not?
Because Bartholomew is still Earl. Can't have his brats running around causing a ruckus. I don't get paid to be careless.
You do a lot for him. Tending to his horse, watching his prisoners. What do they pay you?
Why do you keep asking me that?
I might be able to pay you more.
Right.
Tell us. How much do you want?
Maybe I don't do this just for the money.
I don't believe you. What else should you gain from being cruel?
An apprentice. Unlike you, Percy Hamley likes the way I've been raising his son.
You will go to hell for this.
I've been hearing that a lot lately.
It's true. People like you are bound to suffer eternal pain. It's what makes this world just.
Oh, I didn't know. Guess I'm just not one for deep thoughts like that.
Flemish, here, girl. Don't you recognize me? Ah, good girl. It must be hard to catch my scent in this rain. Oh! It smells horrible in here. Oh! A dead chicken. What a horrible smell. Someone must have trapped it in here for fun. What a waste. Let's see. A loaf of bread. And it doesn't look as bad as everything else in here. Mealworms. I'm not putting my hand in there. Disgusting. Nothing in there but filthy water.
The storeroom is to your left, not down the yard. You heard me. Stay where I can see you. Did you get what he asked for?
Yes.
Good. Don't waste his time then.
Ugh. Matthew.
He's all right. Now get some food, will you?
Your food.
Is that all?
After your knights raided the castle, this is all they left.
There must be more.
Does it matter what you choke on?
Don't you dare! You really think you can play your silly games with me?
I am still the daughter of the Earl, and by the law of the King, you are my subject.
Oh my. Forget what I said about your arrogance. It actually makes you quite pretty. Huh?
In the name of my father, you will die for this!
Master Richard, don't!
Stupid boy. Almost as stupid as his sister. I'd rape you if I could. But you're not my kind of lass. What's with her? She dead?
Leave her. The king has not yet spoken. Wait till your father is an earl proper. Then you can do with her whatever you want.
Damn! To hell with it. She's so ugly, no one would ever want to take her anyway. Put them with the animals until the king has decided.
Richard! Richard! Wake up! It's just out of reach. It's too high. I'm chained to a post. I can't reach it. If only it was closer. Come on, I need you to wake up. Hey!
Ali? Ali, my ear!
What were you thinking, charging William like that?
I had to protect you.
Next time, think before you do something that stupid. How did you free yourself before?
I don't know. When they put me here, they had the shackles fitted to my ankles. But today, I somehow managed to slip through. These 3 weeks must have made me very determined.
Yes, and very thin. Richard, throw me that horseshoe.
It's not hard enough to break the chain. I already tried.
I'll think of something. Just give it to me. do you feel?
Hot.
The wound is boiling your blood. We need to get you someplace dry and cool so you can heal.
Ali, they shackled us. I will die here.
Calm down. You'll only make things worse. Don't give up. We will get out of here.
And what then?
We'll find Father. He'll know what to do.
I heard them say that he's with the king in Winchester.
Then that's where we'll go. You'll see. He'll make things right again. It's too high. I'm chained to a post. I can't reach it. If only it was closer. I'll open yours next. Can you stand?
I'll try.
Good. Then wait here. I'll find us a way to get out of here.
Let's take his horse.
Yes. Good idea. But first we need the weapons Matthew hid for us. There used to be all kinds of weapons here, along with Father's knights. Now there is nothing.
I have to say, that battle was a bit short for my taste. The no- What I wouldn't do for a good kill right now.
Guess you'll have to wait.
Bloody itch. Just can't shake it off.
I found it. Matthew's piece of cloth. Please, take us away from here. Please, take us away from here.
Careful! He doesn't seem to like that.
Whoa!
are you doing? The horse nearly woke the guard.
The knot is too tight. Oh, you look hungry. Want to eat? It's calm now. Try to mount it, Richard.
But where do we go?
To Winchester, of course. We need to find Father and talk to the king. They must find out what's happening here. Now climb on. It won't eat forever. Now me.
Oi! You there! Stop!
Cut him off!
The thought that they could catch up with us urged me to ride onward. It rained relentlessly. After a while, Richard's moaning got weaker, but I did not dare look back, for I feared to see William Hamley right at our heels. I forced the horse to go faster, hoping that my brother would not succumb to his wounds. We headed toward Winchester. The king would make things right if we explained them to him. He had to. It wasn't long until Richard almost fell off the horse. Touching his forehead, I realized he had a high fever. His mutilated ear was red, hot, and swollen. A sound startled me. From the thicket of the forest emerged a woman. I was ready to draw the dagger that was flush against my forearm. I asked her to give us her name. This was her forest, she said, so we should be the ones introducing ourselves. I proclaimed that I was the daughter of the Earl of Shiring, travelling with my brother. I can tell your nobility by your manners. She smiled and revealed in turn that she was the wife of the local verderer. Seeing Richard's ear, she said that he needed help. Luckily, their hut was nearby. She offered us food, shelter, and care. We followed her to the hut. It was further than she had led us to believe. There, I helped my brother off the horse and let the woman take the horse's reins. The hut was rather barren, with few furnishings. It was almost as cold as outside, and there was no sign of her husband. Richard dropped onto one of the creaky stools. The woman lit a fire, which came alive with a crackle and gave out a warming glow. I raised my voice and repeated more urgently that if we didn't act right now, Richard might die. At my words, the woman seemed to wake up from her absent-mindedness. She nodded towards the fire. There was a sound outside, but she distracted my attention by turning to Richard. She started to explain that to close a wound, one must gently press a hot piece of metal against the flesh. This will stop demons and bad smells from entering the body. The woman's eyes kept darting to the door, so I turned my head to see what it was she was looking for. The moment after I'd turned my head, my own knife was pointing at my face. She'd noticed the dagger in my sleeve and had yanked it out before I knew what was happening. She apologized. It's a tough world, and it's eat or be eaten. There was another noise outside. "He's here," she said. I swiftly grabbed a splintered board from the ground and pointed it at her in defense. Suddenly, I was grabbed from behind, and the next moment I landed hard on the floor. He examined us and our weapons and broke into laughter. He stepped closer to reach for Richard's sword, but his wife interrupted. "We can't sell that. Everyone would know who that sword belonged to." The man grunted in agreement and turned to leave. Before she followed him, she dropped my dagger. "Burn out your brother's wound with this," she said, and disappeared. We heard the whinnying of William's horse and the stomping of hooves from outside. We stood, frozen, until Richard told me to go and have a look. As I did, the outlaws were long on their way, and our mount with them. The hut probably hadn't belonged to them in the first place, but at least it meant a roof over our heads for the night. The fire was still burning. We had no other choice but to trust the word of the outlaw. The heated dagger trembled in my hands. "Do it, Ali, I can take it." Richard tried to sound brave. A horrible hissing sound and the smell of burnt flesh filled the hut when the blade touched his ear. But it seemed to work. For a few hours I guarded the door while Richard slept, but soon I fell asleep too. We walked for 2 more days with only brief rests in between, but we finally arrived at the city gates of Winchester. Richard was weak, but at least we were still together, and we were sure that together we would find a way to escape this nightmare.